Namaste. I bring greetings of 7th International Day of Yoga from Sri Devaraja's Academy of Higher Education Research. Let us start with the prayer. Om Asato Mam Satkamaya Maso Mam Jyotirgamaya Mrityormam Amritangaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yoga is a manual of human being which helps for health, harmony, peace, and ecstasy. In this testing time of pandemic, mind is coronized. To tame the mind, we need to adopt the yoga and yogic practices to handle the coronized mind, in enhancing the immunity, health, and happiness. On this occasion, I request all of you to have a pledge for the commitment of the regular practice of yoga, which will help all of us facing this pandemic. On this occasion, we are today hosting the event Common Yoga Protocol demonstration. On this eve, I invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. G. Pradeep Kumar, sir, for this event. I welcome you, sir, wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
I also wholeheartedly welcome our beloved principal, guest of honor of the event, P.N. Sriramulu, sir, Principal, Sri Devaraja's Medical College, Kolar. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. K.N.V. Prasad, Registrar of the Academy, Dr. G. Vijay, Principal, Sri Devaraja's College of Nursing, Dr. Madhavi Reddy, In charge Dean, Faculty of Allied Health and Basic Sciences, other officials, teaching and non-teaching staff, students of Sri Devaraja's Academy, Nursing College, and Central School. I invite all the Yoga Bandhus for this event. Now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor G. Pradeep Kumar, sir, to give the message on this 7th International Day of Yoga. Sir, please.
Good morning to you all. Can you hear me, Patil?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me for this 7th International Day of Yoga, which is celebrated every year on 21st June. I would like to congratulate the team of Sri Devaraja's Academy of Higher Education Research for taking this initiative year after year and celebrating Yoga Day and spreading the message of the importance of yoga across the country. Dear friends, we should be thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Ji Modi, for taking yoga to a global initiative level and sharing the importance of our ancient yogic practice, which will help us to keep a balance of mind and body. This year's theme for yoga is Be with Yoga, Be at Home. It's very pertinent that this year, especially in the midst of the second consecutive pandemic year, we at the Devaraja's Academy of Higher Education and Research feel blessed to have a team of young yoga department which is spreading the good work across the state and empowering several officers of the governing of the district in the practice of yoga to give them a good balance of mind and health. In the midst of the corona pandemic, as Patil said, it's very, very important to have a strong body and strong mind. Yoga will provide us both these aspects of strength, and a strong mind and strong body will be able to fight yoga with hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, there was a small disturbance. So with this practice of yoga, I'm very confident if all of us, the citizens of India, practice yoga on a daily basis, at least spend 30 to 45 minutes in the morning or evening, whenever we get time, I can assure you confidently that this will have a huge impact in our feeling of well-being, of mentally and physically. So I would like to take this opportunity to extend warm greetings of International Yoga Day to all my colleagues, and also wish the team of Integrative Medicine all the best in conducting this event. May we all be more healthier in the years to come as we practice yoga on a regular basis. Thank you, Patil. Thank you, everybody, for this opportunity. Please continue with the practice of yoga.
Hello.
Patil, you can take over. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for the messages, sir. We will try to adopt this yoga practice regularly, and we will try to face this pandemic successfully. So now, just we will announce the prizes of various competitions which is held. So there are various competitions has been held, starting from the musical yoga, advanced yoga competition, poster and essay competitions. So in this regard, I would like to just share the summary of the report. So more than 350 participants have been participated from 16 states. So because of the lack of time, we will be sharing the details later. So if you can able to share the see the screen, these are the list of events held and the people, those who got the prizes. We had an overwhelming response for the event, which we are now projecting here on the screen. Now I request our principal, sir, to share the message on the occasion of 7th International Day of Yoga. P.N. Sriram, sir, Principal Sri Devarajaras Medical College, Kolar. He expressed some difficulty in technical issues in joining.
Good morning,
For a
Patil.
minute, otherwise we will go ahead. We are trying to connect to
I think
sir.
principal has joined, Patil.
He told in case it is difficulty, go ahead.
He has joined.
Sri Ramlu, sir.
Patil, good morning.
Sir, namaste, sir. Welcome. Sir, welcome for the event, sir. Namaste. Sri Ramlu, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sriramlu. Good morning to everybody again.
Sir, please address the gathering, sir.
Sir, good morning, everyone. Sir, good morning, sir. On this International Yoga Day, let us take a oath that yoga for future good health and post-pandemic complications to be avoided through yoga, and let us make yoga as the part of our healthcare delivery system in future days and practice yoga regularly. And yoga is the health, health is yoga. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. G. Vijayalakshmi, Principal of Sri Devaraja's College of Nursing, to share her thoughts on the event of 7th International Day of Yoga. Madam, please.
Very good.
Madam?
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We
Good
can
morning.
hear. Go ahead, madam.
Sir, I am sharing my message, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Very good morning, sir. Very good morning to the dignitaries who are on the online program. Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, Registrar, sir, and Principal of Medical College and Patil, sir. Very good morning and wish you a happy International Yoga Day, sir. So today, International Yoga Day celebrated all over the world, and yoga has the power to cure the disease, which cannot be cured by the treating physician. Hence, the government of India has started to give awareness to the public while conducting and organizing the program. So we, Sri Devaraja's College of Nursing, in association with Integrative Medicine of Sri Devaraja's University, organized this yoga program. And the science of yoga has its origin thousands of years ago, long before the first religion was born. Shiva is seen as the first yogi or Adi Yogi and the first guru. And several thousands years ago, in the banks of Ganges Sarovar in Himalaya, Adi Yogi transfers knowledge to Saptarishis. And then these Saptarishis carried this powerful yogic science to different parts of the world. In India, yogic system found its fullest expression because Agastya Saptarishi, who traveled across India and crafted this culture. The presence of yoga is seen in even folk traditions, Indus Valley civilization, Vedic and Upanishad heritage, Buddhist and Jain tradition, even in epics Mahabharata and Ramayana. Till that, it was there in the bookish and it was only for the limited people. Later, Swami Vivekananda emphasized the need and importance of yoga to the public. For many, practice of yoga is restricted hatha, that is withdrawing the mind from external objects, and asanas, this posture. Among all, Yoga Sutras is dedicated to asanas. Fundamentally, Hatha Yoga is a preparatory process so that the body can sustain higher level of energy. The process begins with the body, then the breath, the mind, and the inner self. Asanas strengthen and stretch the body. Meditation is a part of yoga, helps to relieve stress and lead a happier life. Yoga does not adhere to any particular religion, belief, or a community. So it needs to be practiced by everyone. One who practices yoga should start with loosening exercises, asanas, deep breathing exercises, and meditation. Anyone who practices yoga with full involvement can get its benefit irrespective of one's faith or a culture, and it is proved scientifically. Now, the need for yoga is identified by the world, and the practice the same leads a healthy life. So when we look into the benefits of yoga, I think our Honorable Vice Chancellor as well as Principal of Medical College express, as a health professional, we know that day by day, even doctors while treating the patient, they prescribe yoga as a treatment or a preventive measure. Yoga means it is an additional energy or a strength or beauty of body, mind, and soul. Yoga relieves stress, keep you mentally stable and physically stable, and it improves the concentration irrespective of age group. It helps to maintain a harmony of oneself with the universe, or it brings a harmony between the mind and body. Yoga is all about creating a balance in your life, and it is about balancing your senses, balancing your body, soul, mind, in order to live a healthy and live in peaceful. So in this regard, in all the disease wise, and of course in the present corona situation also, we can see that the majority of the mass media as well as the government instructing or informing the public to practice yoga. So we without tradition wise or without culture or the religion wise, we practice these things, definitely we can improve our health. Wish you all a peaceful and healthy life on International Day. And I want to thank Patil sir for giving me an opportunity for the same.
Thank you, madam. Now,
Okay,
to move ahead for the yoga demonstration event, which will be conducted by Mrs. Sunita L, yoga therapist, Department of Integrative Medicine, Dr. Mr. Chanchal Suryavamshi, PhD scholar of the Department of Integrative Medicine. Now I request Mr. Chanchal Suryavamshi to start the yoga demo.
To increase microcirculation. Neck movements. Forward and backward neck bending. Caution. Avoid this practice in case of severe cervical spondylitis. Start with alert posture. Samasthiti. Stand with the feet 2 to 3 inches apart. Keep the hands on the waist. While exhaling, move the head forward slowly and try to touch the chest with the chin. While inhaling, move the head or experience stretching on the right side. Inhale and bring the head to the center position. This is one round. Repeat one more round. Relax. Shoulder movements. Shoulder rotation. Stand straight. Inhale and raise both the arms up to shoulder level and bend them in from the elbows. Place the fingers on the respective shoulders. Try to touch the elbows in front of the chest. Rotate both the elbows and shoulders in a circular manner. This is one round. Repeat one more round. Do the same in reverse manner 2 times. Inhale while raising the arms and exhale while bringing them down. Bring the arms down and relax. Trunk movement. Trunk twisting. Caution! In case of vertebral disorders, do this practice under the guidance. Starting from the alert posture, raise both the arms up to the chest level, keeping the palms facing each other and the arms parallel to each other. Keep the feet about 1 foot apart. While exhaling, twist the body towards the right side. Come back with inhalation. While exhaling, rotate the trunk and spine towards the left side. Come back with inhalation. This is one round. Repeat one more round. Slowly return the arms with exhalation and feet together. Relax. Knee movement. Caution! In case of arthritis and obesity, do this practice carefully and bring it to the starting position. Padhastasana, or the hands to the feet posture. Caution! Please avoid this practice in case of cardiac, spinal disorders and glaucoma. From the starting posture, assume standing position with feet 2 inches apart. Inhale slowly and raise the arms upwards from the front. Stretch up the body from the waist. Exhale and bend forward at the level of hip joints until both the palms rest fully on the ground. Stretch the back to make it as straight as possible. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Now inhale. Come up slowly to the upright position and stretch the arms above the head. Exhale. Slowly bring down the arms and return to the starting position. Ardha Chakrasana, or the half wheel posture. Caution! Avoid this posture in case of vertigo and in cardiac problems. Starting from alert posture, stand with feet 2 inches apart. Support the back at the sides of the waist with the fingers.
Try to keep the elbows parallel to each other. Drop the head backwards, stretching the front side of the neck. As you exhale, bend backwards from the lumbar region. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Inhale and slowly come up and return to the starting position. Relax. Trikonasana or the triangle posture. Caution: avoid this posture in case of slipped disc, sciatica, and after abdominal surgery. From the alert posture, spread out the feet 3 feet apart. Inhale. Raise both the arms from the side up to the shoulder level and palms facing outwards. Turn the right foot towards right side. Exhale. Slowly bend to the right side and place the right hand just behind the right foot. The left arm is straight in line with the right arm. Turn your head and gaze at the tip of the left middle finger. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Inhale. Slowly come up and bring the right foot back. Repeat on the other side. Turn the left foot towards left side. Exhale. Slowly bend to the left side and place the left hand just behind the left foot. Turn your head and gaze at the tip of the right middle finger. The right arm is straight in line of the left arm. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Inhale. Slowly come up and bring the left foot back. Exhale. Bring the arms down and feet together. Come to the starting position and relax. Sitting postures. Bhadrasana or the firm posture. Caution: avoid this practice in case of severe arthritis and sciatica. Start with Vishramasana. Support the back with the hands. Both legs stretched forward. Body should be relaxed in long sitting posture. Sit with the back straight, with the legs stretched out in the front. Keep the hands beside the hips and palms resting on the floor. Now, bring the soles of your feet together. Exhale and clasp the toes with the hands. Inhale. Put your heels as close as possible up to the perineum region. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Exhale. Release the hands and stretch out the legs in the front. Relax. Vajrasana or diamond posture. Caution: those who are suffering from knee pain and ankle injury should avoid this practice. Start with long sitting posture. Sit with the back straight with the legs stretched out in the front. Palms resting on the ground, fingers pointing forward. Fold the right leg at the knee and place the foot under the right buttock. Similarly, folding the left leg, place left foot under the left buttock. Place both the feet in such a way so that the big toes touch each other. Position of the buttocks is in the space between the heels and feet. Keep hands on respective knees. Keep the back straight. Gaze in front or close the eyes. When returning to the starting position, bend a little towards right side to take out your left leg and extend it. Similarly, extend your right leg and return to the starting position. Ardh Ushtrasan or half camel posture. Caution: in case of hernia, abdominal injuries, arthritis and vertigo, please avoid doing this asana. Start with long sitting posture. Sit with the back straight with the legs stretched out in the front. Palm resting on the ground, fingers pointing forward. Fold the right leg at the knee and place the foot under the right buttock. Similarly, folding the left leg, place left foot under the left buttock. Kneel up with thighs vertical. Place the hands over the buttocks with fingers pointing downward. Keep the upper arms in line. Inhale, bend the head back and stretch the neck. Exhale, bend the trunk backwards as much as possible. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Inhale, come back to kneeling position. Stretch out the legs, return to starting position. And relax. Ushtrasan or camel posture. Caution: those suffering from hernia should not practice this asana. Start with long sitting posture. Sit with the back straight with the legs stretched out in the front. Palms resting on the ground, fingers pointing forward. Fold the right leg at the knee and place the foot under the right buttock. Similarly, folding the left leg, place left foot under the left buttock. Kneel up with thighs vertical. Place the knees and the feet about few inches apart. While inhaling, bend backward without jerking the neck. Place the right palm on right heel and left palm on left heel and exhale. Weight of the body should be evenly supported by the arms and legs. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Inhale, come back and kneel down. Stretch out the legs. Return to starting position. And relax. Uttan Mandukasana or the stretched up frog posture. Caution: patients with osteoarthritis of the knees should avoid kneeling down position. Start with long sitting posture. Sit with the back straight with the legs stretched out in the front. Palms resting on the ground, fingers pointing forward. Fold the right leg at the knee and place the foot under the right buttock. Similarly, folding the left leg, place left foot under the left buttock. Keep the palms between the knees. Spread the knees wide apart. Raise both your arms, fold them from the elbow and place the palms on alternate shoulder blades. That is, right palm on left shoulder blade and left palm on right shoulder blade. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Now, inhale and raise the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. close the knees together. Stretch the legs and return to starting position. Relax. Vakrasana or the seated twist posture. Caution: avoid this posture in case of acute back pain and spinal disorders. Start with long sitting posture. Sit with the back straight with the legs stretched out in the front. Bend the right leg and place the foot beside the left knee. Bring the left arm around the right knee and place the palm beside the right foot. Exhale. Turn your body and head to the right. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths. Inhale and come back. We will now repeat the same on the left side. Bend the left leg. Place the left foot beside the right knee. Bring the right arm around the left knee and place the palm beside the left foot. Exhale and twist your head and body to the left. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths. Inhale, come back. Relax. Prone postures. Makarasana or the crocodile posture. Caution: avoid this practice in case of pregnancy and frozen shoulder. To start, slowly lie down on your stomach with feet together and toes pointing outwards. Put the chin on the hands. Open the feet apart with toes pointing sideways. Head up and place to the right on your hands. Keep the eyes closed and relax the whole body. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Remain aware of the body and breathing. Bhujangasana or the cobra posture. Caution: those suffering from hernia and stomach ulcers should not practice this asana. Start with Makarasana. Now, join the legs and place your palms beside the chest and elbows close to the body. Inhale. Slowly lift the head and chest up to the navel region with the help of spinal muscles. Keep the elbows parallel and maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Exhale. Bring the head down and rest your chin on the ground. Bend both the arms. Put the chin on the hands. With the feet wide apart, toes pointing outward. Head up and place to the right on your hands. Relax. Shalabhasana or the locust posture. Caution: those with severe lower back pain, peptic ulcer, hernia, and cardiac patients should avoid this posture. Start with Makarasana. Now, join the legs. Place both hands beside the body, palms facing downwards. Inhale and lift both the legs off the floor without bending the knees. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths. Exhale and bring the legs down to the floor. Bend both the arms. Put the chin on the hands. With the feet wide apart, toes pointing outward. Head up and place to the right on your hands. Relax. supine postures. Setu Bandhasan or the bridge posture. Caution: those suffering from stomach ulcers and hernia should not practice this asana. In this asana, you start in a supine position by bending both the legs at the knees and bringing the heels near the buttocks. While holding both the ankles as per your convenience, keep the knees and feet in one straight line. Inhale. Slowly raise your buttocks and trunk up as much as you can to form a bridge. Maintain the final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Exhale. Slowly bring your hips down and straighten the legs in supine position. Relax. Pavan Muktasan or the wind-freeing posture. Caution: avoid this practice in case of abdominal injuries, hernia, sciatica, or severe back pain. Lie down on the back. Bend both the knees. Exhale. Bring both the knees towards the chest. Inhale. Interlock the fingers and clasp the shin below knees. Exhale. Raise the head till your chin touches the knees. Maintain final position for 3 to 10 breaths with body awareness. Inhale. Bring the head back to the ground and exhale, legs back to the floor. Relax in supine position. Shavasana or the corpse posture. Lie comfortably on the ground with legs stretched out, hands placed by the sides, palms facing upward. Keep the eyes closed. Consciously relax the whole body. Become aware of natural flow of breath. It will tend to become slow. Remain in the position until you feel refreshed and relaxed. Pranayam. Nadi Shodhan Pranayam or the alternate nostril breathing. Start with sitting in any comfortable posture. Breath should be slow, steady, and controlled. Keep the spine and the head straight with eyes closed. Relax the body with few deep breaths. Keep the left palm on the left knee in Jnana Mudra and right hand should be in Pranayam Mudra with the middle and the index fingers folded like this. Close the right nostril with the thumb and practice exhalation. Now inhale through left nostril. Recognize the touch of air moving through your body as prana. Close the left nostril with the ring and the little fingers and exhale through the right nostril. Now inhale through the right nostril. Close the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left nostril. This is one round of Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. Repeat it for 4 more rounds. Bhramari Pranayam. Sit in any comfortable posture with closed eyes and inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale slowly, making a deep humming sound. Repeat one more round. Practice the Bhramari Pranayam with Shanmukhi Mudra. Repeat one more round. Dhyana. Sitting in any comfortable position. Place the hand on the knees in Jnana Mudra. Close your eyes and sit with a slightly upturned face. You need not concentrate. Just maintain a mild focus between the eyebrows and be conscious of your breath. Let them flow freely. Just observe the flow. If possible, let the thoughts dissolve. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Thank you, Mrs. Sunita and Mr. Chanchal Suryavanshi for the demonstration. Now I request Dr. Madhavi Reddy, in charge Dean, Faculty of Allied Health and Basic Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks. Madam, please.
Yeah. Good morning, all. It gives me immense pleasure to convey the vote of thanks on this occasion. I am thankful to everyone for being an enthusiastic participant in today's virtual yoga demonstration event, an International Yoga Day. Be with yoga, be at home. On behalf of the organizing committee and participants, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Ji, for his valuable constant support from the beginning of the event to the end. And he also expressed the significance of International Day of Yoga. Thank you, sir, for spending your valuable time with us and making this event successful. Next, I would like to take a moment and thank Dr. Sriramulu, the principal, SDMC, for being a pillar of support and encouraging us and motivating towards successful of this program. And so also mentioned that yoga should be a part of life to prevent diseases and disorders. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And I would like to thank Dr. G. Vijayalakshmi, the principal, College of Nursing, for being the guiding force to complete this event. She enlightened us the evolution of yoga from ancient to the modern. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. I would like to thank Mrs. Sunita L, yoga therapist, and Mr. Chanchal Suryavamsi, PhD scholar from the Department of Integrative Medicine, for their active demonstration of yoga skills. Thank you, Sunita and Chanchal. The event would not have been so well organized and executed without a proper leader. Taking this opportunity, I thank Dr. Patil for his true leadership traits and for a great initiative of conducting this very useful and skillful educating event, a much needed in this pandemic. Thank you, Dr. Patil. Taking this as a platform, I would like to thank staff of Integrative Medicine, both teaching and non-teaching staff, and also PG and PhD students for their Department of the Integrative Medicine for their contribution support. Thank you all. In this pandemic, all has connected with virtual, and such a big event would have been a hitch without the support from the IT department. So I would like to express thanks to staff of IT department for their significant contribution. The event is successful only because of all your active participation. Thank you all, dear participants. I would like to thank everyone on behalf of the organizing committee for being a part of the event and making it a grand successful. Lastly, I would like to thank the organizing committee for giving this opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks. Thank you all. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you. Over to you, Patil.
Thank you, madam. Now we will conclude the yoga demonstration with a prayer, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Let us take a pledge, commit ourselves for the regular practice with the enthusiasm and vigor, making yoga as a part of life and for the better health and happiness. We will end the session with a closing prayer, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, all together. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkhad bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti
Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and practice yoga regularly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.